I don't think they could have made a right decision. I think if we'd have called it off, we called it off, there'll be people saying that we should have played, and if we'd have played, there'll be people saying that we should have called it off. It's like the manager. Do you wear the tracksuit or a suit? If you wear the tracksuit, some people say you should wear a suit. If you wear a suit, some people say you should wear a tracksuit. So I think it was a no-win situation, but they did what they felt was appropriate at the time, and I think they have to be supported for that. Yeah, I think it's really important. I think all supporters, all players, all staff will want to pay respect as well for somebody who's led the country so well for so long. She's the only monarch a lot of people, have ever known, and it's going to be a real tough act to follow, but one that I'm sure our new king can follow, given the upbringing he's had with Her Majesty. So, we look forward to our king now leading us as well. Yeah, it'd be a tricky game. They're a good team. Spent the weekend watching them. Similar start to ourselves, where after 3 games they only had 1 point. And then in the last 5 games, they've won 4 out of the 5 and drew the other one. So they're on a run of form themselves. So, yeah, make it a tricky game. Yeah, come across him many times. He's a really good guy. Obviously, Craig Shakespeare was his assistant for a number of years as well at West Bromwich Albion, Leicester, Hull, back to Leicester, Watford. So they've got a really good insight of him. No, it's not. It's give a few players who've had a few little bumps and bruises the chance to rest them. But they're all ready for this game now. 2 home games in 3 or 4 days. 2 tough ones, Bristol City and West Bromwich Albion. But unbeaten at home, and we want that to continue. And we feel we're ourselves on a good run of form as well. So looking forward to both games. Now Liam's back walking now, so he's out the boot, which is a real positive sign. So I don't expect him to be, a long one. Dimmy, as I said, I think is the closest to getting back. He's walking, and I saw Isaac Hayden running with a ball yesterday as well. So he's getting to where we want him, and once I think the international period's over, I think we'll have a few coming back. Yeah, and that's what I think good teams are based on is strong defences. I've said before, I think we've got the players. I believe we've got the players here that can score goals, but you need a good solid base from that, and we've got that. We're not giving up many chances at all in games, and you only have to look at the goals against tally, and the majority of goals that we've given away, we've actually made big mistakes for. So we're cutting out them mistakes now and not giving the opposition much, but we certainly won't be resting on our laurels. It'd be easy to say because we're winning games, there's less pressure on putting players in, but I can see from his face in training every time I name the team that he wants to be in. So I have to pick what team I think's best to go and win the football game, and it's down to them players then to change my mind and get in the team. Gabby's working extremely hard. I was really pleased with him when he came on in the last game against Coventry. I was really pleased with Anel Hernandez when he came on as well. Players are starting to train really well. There's a really good competitive edge in training at the moment, which is good. And as we've said before, with some of the players coming back after the international period, players need to solidify themselves in the team. Yeah, I think it's developed really well. They've got to know each other's games really well, but they also know that they've got to play at the best, because I also like having a balanced defence, and at the moment it's 4 right footers. With Sam Byron playing there, so Ben Gibson's really pushing them at the moment. So they know they've got to be at their best and having to play well. So it's a really good partnership at the moment, but it has to be, because they know that if they're not, one of them's out.